Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Tweedy back again with another Mortal Kombat 1 kind of speculation type video. And today I'm going to be talking about speculation that this is going to be a tag fighter. So let me give y'all a little bit of background. So obviously, like I've been like a player like known in the community for a long time, like since like 2016, I would say. So you would assume like I have like sources, right? And I do. I have a couple sources. I probably don't have as many as like other players, but so for like over a year, I've heard rumblings of like it being a tag fighter, like assist based fighter. Not as extreme as like Dragon Ball, but think like the towers, the tag assist system in towers, but like fully fleshed out is like the main way to play the game. And that's I've heard rumblings of that for over a year now. And if you watch this trailer, a couple things to note about this trailer. Everyone's like in pairs, like Katana, Melina, they're in pairs. Kung Lao and Young Raiden, they're in pairs. Scorpion and Sub Zero, they're in pairs. Now, and listen to like stuff that Liu Kang says in this.
Whether to live in quiet serenity or bloody strife. To dwell in joyous prosperity or bitter rivalry. You can face each other as sworn enemies, or united as brothers.
Yeah, so like the way he words that, it's like it gives me the vibe like the second thing he says is what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? And also, if you look at the website, it says discover a reborn Mortal Kombat universe created by the fire god Liu Kang. Mortal Kombat 1 ushers in a new era of the iconic franchise with a new fighting system. A new fighting system. Now, if you scroll down even more, cameo fighters. Choose from a unique roster of cameo fighting partners to assist you in battle. So that's about as solid as it gets, you know what I mean? So yeah, it is going to be some type of tag or assist based fighter. And yeah, like I said, I've heard rumblings about it being a tag fighter or like assist fighter, whatever you want to call it, for over a year. So yeah, I believe it. I think it's for real. Now the question is, are you going to be using both those characters, or are you going to use like an assist from them, like in the towers? I would assume it's the latter, actually. I think you're going to be playing the character and you're going to get an assist. You know what I mean? That's what I'm assuming. Let's look and see if there's more information on the website real quick. But yeah, y'all, this is insane. 4 months away. It looks like the first major tournament they'll be going on is East Coast Throwdown, which was a part of the MK11 Pro Tour. Remember, that was where Sonic and Ninja had that 3-2 set, Johnny versus Lou. Remember, that was that event. It looks like that's going to be the first major event after the game comes out, so that's going to be hype. Probably going to be my return to offlines. Yo, what's going on, y'all? So one thing that I didn't touch on that that I didn't touch on earlier in the video was the characters. They're called cameo fighters. So what that got me thinking is, what do you think when you think of a cameo, right? You think of like not there for that long, you know what I mean? Like shows up like, oh, like Stan Lee or something in a Marvel movie, you know what I mean? So that got me thinking, why are they called cameo fighters? And why are they called cameo fighters instead of like cameo moves, like stuff like that? I think the cameo fighters are going to be not a part of the real roster. I think there's going to be a roster with characters you actually pick and play. And then I think the cameo fighters will be not playable. They'll be their own roster. And some other people have theorized this as well, and I side with that theory. I believe that the cameo fighters will not be playable. I think they'll be their own roster. So that's one thing that I was thinking. Otherwise, why would they? What's the point of cameo fighters? I don't really, maybe it's to signal the idea of like they're not in most of the fight because they're an assist. You know what I mean? And anyone can technically be a cameo fighter. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And also another thing is I see people, they complain about, oh, it's just a CGI trailer, no gameplay, stuff like that. But here's the thing. The PlayStation Showcase, the PlayStation Showcase is in 6 days. 6 days, 1 p.m. Pacific time. I would almost bet anything that that's where we will get the first gameplay. I feel like NRS, they wanted to drop it on their own thing, so they get all the ad revenue, all that for the reveal. But I think we're going to start seeing gameplay videos dropping, and I feel like the first one we'll get is on the PlayStation Showcase. It seems like, especially with, you got to consider too, September 19th, 4 months away, officially tomorrow. Like, we're going to start getting trailers. We're going to start getting, what were those one things they used to do called Combat Cast? We're going to start getting Combat Cast, stuff like that. Hopefully we get some news about competitive, are they going to do another pro comp, or, we'll see. That's one thing that I can kind of ramble on a little bit too, is it's going to be kind of weird, right? Because people thought, oh, when the new game comes, is it going to be Sonic, Ninja Killer, the Chileans, and everyone coming back to compete as hard as they can, all motivated? But September 19th, now there's ECT that happens after September 19th, which is a big tournament. But after that, there's not much for like the next several months, Like the big like tournament, like season is like starting right now, like Combo Breakers in like a week. And then we got CEO next month, Evo the month after that, or like a month and a half after that. Now Mortal Kombat 1 is going to release after all that. So it's like, I don't know. Are they going to maybe do a pro comp started with EC2, do a bunch of online stuff, and then Combo Breaker, CEO, Evo, and then a finale to like cap it all off? That would be extremely hype if they did something like that. Or there might not be a pro comp at all. Either way, I'm going to be competing hard on this game, whether it be online, offline, whatever, whether there's a pro comp, no pro comp. If there's no pro comp, I'm probably not going to be traveling like crazy, whereas I would, I got a passport ready and all that stuff. So if there's a pro comp and a bunch of crazy events, I'm going to be trying to go. But just based off this release date, I don't know. I don't foresee, I don't know. I don't want to say there's not going to be a pro comp or anything like that, but I don't know. And as far as like the cameo fighters go, again, I feel like maybe they'll make them separate just to like really balance them. Because here's the thing. NRS is not that bad at balancing, but they've never done like a tag fighter, you know what I mean? And I see a lot of people there saying like, oh, it's just gonna be like Dragon Ball. I feel like as in human nature, we're like engineered to see patterns, you know what I mean? To compare things. I feel like humans are like engineered that way. But I feel like that's such a leap to say, oh, because there's gonna be assists, it's gonna be like Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, you use 3 characters. The assists are like insane. The block strings are insane. You snap characters back in. You do like level 3 into like their level. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's such a leap, I feel like yeah, it's looking like it's going to be an assist fighter, tag team fighter, stuff like that. But like to say it's going to be like Dragon Ball, that's like a Grand Canyon sized leap, I feel like it's just going to be Mortal Kombat. With, and one thing that's interesting that we got to think about is, what's the movement system going to be like? Is it going to be like MK11 where you can cancel dashes whenever? Is it going to be like MKX where dashes have recovery but back dashes have invincibility? Is it going to be like MKX where there's a run button? Is it going to be like Injustice where dashes are longer and better but have more recovery? So it's just like, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like they might go maybe the Injustice route a little bit, maybe. And that would make it cool because, like, say your dashes have recovery, you could use like an assist. Like, say like you have a combo where if you launch them dash, your follow-up's not going to connect. But you launch them assist dash, boom, all of a sudden it works. You know what I mean? I feel like, so that because of that, they might go like the Injustice dash route. I'm not trying to scare people. I'm not saying it's going to be like a zoning game. I'm just saying, like, I think as far as the movement, like the dashes, they might go Injustice, you know, because I feel like that would mix the best with like assists. Because it's like, because of dashes, a lot of things won't be possible because they have recovery. But then with the assists, the cameo fighters, you then make it possible. You know what I mean? And that'll be cool. It'll be really cool to experiment. There'll be a lot of depth, stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, guys, I believe in 6 days we will get the first bit of gameplay on the PlayStation Showcase. And I'm going to be uploading every day still. Don't know how many of my videos are going to be about MK1 until we get some gameplay. I do have some MK11 like videos where I go over like matches and stuff ready to go and stuff like that, some gameplay. So it might be back to 11 for a bit after this video until we get more news or until we see like a crazy like something, you know, something to make a video about. But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm trying to get to 10K before this game comes out. Appreciate everyone. Later.